Stars. 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 Stars.
What is that noise?
Stars.
It sounds like a big ugly wall of meat.
Stars. 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 Stars.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Stars. Stars.
I better get out of here. I don't really want to get captured by him. He doesn't really seem like a nice guy. Or is he? Ah, come on!
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. 1999 was an interesting year for the survival horror genre. Somehow we went from having a spiky mustache in Alone in the Dark and fighting Lovecraftian monsters in a spooky mansion and zombie pirates in a Santa costume to amazingly cringe dialogue in a different mansion.
Wow, what a mansion!
To running away from a big wall of flesh and meat that really likes astronomy. It keeps talking about stars for some reason.
Stars. Stars.
Around the same time, Silent Hill came out and changed gaming forever. It made us realize that gaming can be more interesting and more depressing. In a good way. It leaned more into the horror in survival horror. Resident Evil though, it kind of started drifting away from it. It wasn't as spooky anymore. It was more about the action, the explosive set pieces. It's still a great game. Having said that, the horror wasn't gone completely. Shinji Mikami wanted the player to feel paranoid at all times. So he introduced this guy. You might have heard about him, the Nemesis. A stalker enemy like Mr. X, but now he can actually follow you from one location to another. If you think about it, he's like the pyramid head of Resident Evil. So yeah, that's kind of spooky. We'll talk about him later. From what I can gather, Resident Evil 3 was supposed to be a side game, and Resident Evil Code Veronica was supposed to be the actual RE3, because it takes place after Resident Evil 2. But because of some bureaucratic nonsense, it got flipped around. There was also supposed to be a game where you play as Hank, but Capcom said nah and cancelled it. Even though it's technically the third game, you should look at it more like an expansion of Resident Evil 2. Just another scenario. Let's say that scenario A is Leon's campaign, B is Claire's, and C is Jill's campaign. Yeah, we play as Jill now, because according to Capcom,
she was the only suitable character remaining.
Leon already had his adventure, Chris and Claire were going to appear in this game, so she was the only one left. They could have used Rebecca. Oh wait, she's taken too. Oh, we'll get to you. Resident Evil 3 takes place one day before the second game, so I guess Jill was just sitting in her apartment after the first game, and she just now noticed that the Raccoon City situation is insane. She's stuck in the city, and she's wearing this outfit during a zombie apocalypse. I like it, I really like it, but I'm still gonna make fun of it in a very juvenile way, just a little bit. The whole place is in total chaos. There's zombies literally everywhere. At this point, there's no stopping the infection. The police and the military are helpless against them. No matter what they try, it's just not enough. Eventually, they were all wiped out. Look at that zombie with glasses. What a nerd. Anyone who got killed by him deserved to die. I also wear glasses. I should know. Oh, and by the way, the game isn't stretched anymore. I fixed the resolution problem. I somehow didn't notice that when I talked about the first two games. Maybe you haven't noticed either. Forget what I said. We're playing on hard mode, because we are
epic gamers. Resident Evil.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City.
I'm sorry, what? I thought it was Raccoon City.
It was Raccoon City's last chance. And my last chance. My last escape.
I think Jill was just heading to her second job as an escort, but then the zombies showed up and killed her customer. Hate when that happens. She basically talks about how Umbrella are evil because they made a bunch of highly dangerous monsters and turned everyone into zombies. There's nothing she can do other than find a way out of the city. I think she's overreacting a bit. So what if the city is doomed and there's no hope of survival? At least nothing blows up in her face. I don't know if that was her apartment that got blown up just now, but either way, she has to survive on the streets. She finds a new customer, but she kills him because he tries to bite her. And as she climbs on this trash bin, she gets ambushed by more simps.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
Jill hides in some warehouse with some asshole who can't stop complaining.
Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there! How dare you tell me to go back outside? No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters! Now leave me alone!
I wanted to use you as my meat shield, but fine. Go suffocate alone in that truck.
I told you! I'm not leaving! Never!
Let's talk about the new spicy gameplay additions. Resident Evil 3 introduced some new mechanics. Some of them will stick around in the franchise in one way or another. We've got the quick turn. Instead of slowly turning around, you can now just turn quickly. You do it by pressing the run button while walking backwards, which is exactly how it works in real life. We have a reloading tool now. You can combine it with gunpowder to create ammo. As long as you have the correct amount, you can decide which type of ammunition to make. It gives you more freedom to play with your weapon of choice. If you really like the shotgun, for example, you can just make shotgun shells. And if you always make the same type of ammo, eventually you will be able to create an enhanced version. Because I guess you got good at making ammo. Enhanced ammo can almost turn your pistol into a magnum. The item box is a bit more organized now. It shows where each type of item is. See? Red is for weapons, blue is for items, green is for health, of course.
This shit good!
And the addition that takes the most amount of skill to pull off, the dodging. If you press the aim and shoot button just before getting hit, Jill will either push the enemies away or dodge roll like she's playing Dark Souls. If you master this technique, you will be untouchable. Sometimes she dodges in a really cool way, where she stays crouched, which makes you shoot quicker for some reason. All of this stuff is explained in manuals that you have in your inventory. Oh, and of course, the most important change, we can freely walk on stairs now, without going into a fixed animation. Now that's some sweet innovation. Unless the stairs are long, then there's the usual cutscene. There's one more important feature, but I'll talk about it when we get to him. We stock up on supplies and get out of this stinky place. You know how RE2 starts on the streets and you have to run away because there's tons of zombies and you can't possibly fight them all? Now imagine the same thing, only it lasts way longer and it's way more tense. That's the opening of RE3. There's zombies coming out of every hole and crack and asshole in the city. Nowhere is safe. You truly feel like this whole place is hopeless and doomed. You can fight if you want, and the game itself even helps you out sometimes. Like when it gives you some explosive barrels to shoot. This was the first game to introduce them to the franchise. We don't really have an objective other than to survive, but then we hear some gunshots. A man shoots some zombies and runs away. With nothing to do, we chase after the coward. Calling him a coward will make even more sense in just a few seconds. We can choose to help out. Do I want to? I mean, he's already bitten. He's gonna die anyway. Okay, I'll shoot once. This is actually Brad, the one who abandoned us in RE1 because he was scared of a couple of dogs.
No! Don't go!
He did save us at the end, but he's still an asshole. He also seems to know something we don't.
Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
Instead of actually explaining what's going on, he gives us a vague warning before running away. Again. Coward. Oh well. At least I found handgun ammo inside of a cash register. That's where I always keep my bullets. Resident Evil 3 is basically the second game on steroids. More action, more explosions, more stalking. Speaking of large, bold stalkers, Claire had William Birkin, Leon had Mr. X, and Jill goes back to the police department where she meets Super Mr. X, aka the Nemesis, aka the name of this game. He's kind of a bit dangerous.
Jill!
Brad!
We've gotta... Jill! Help!
Her expression always made me laugh, but at the same time, it encapsulates just what a terrifying beast Nemesis is. He's one of the most iconic creatures in the franchise for a reason. Okay, so Brad is super dead, and we're stuck with this monster. According to Resident Evil 2, he's actually walking near the police station as a zombie. Throughout the game, we'll have the option to choose whether to run away or stay and fight. The smart thing to do when you see a giant walking beef jockey is to run away, especially since this is the beginning of the game and we barely have any weapons or ammo. I am not that smart, so I choose to fight. There is a good reason to fight him though. You cannot kill him for now, because he's basically an enhanced version of Mr. X. Previously, we saw just how durable this virus can be. You need a lot of firepower and actual fire to defeat these freaks. An explosion or two can also help. Nemesis is even more durable than that, I think. But if you somehow manage to beat him, he will go down and take a nap. He will not chase you for a while. And most importantly, he will drop special parts, which you can then combine into powerful weapons. Why does he have weapon parts on him? Was he building guns as a hobby? After many attempts, I finally beat his ass and claim my prize, which is an eagle part. No, not an actual eagle. Oh, and if you're wondering why he keeps saying stars. It's because he was created specifically to eliminate STARS members, which is the unit where Brad, Jill, Chris, and all of the others have served. And
Joseph!
Nemesis is so intimidating that you can never truly escape him, or at least that's how it feels. Even when you're in the save room, you still hear his pursuer music.
Stars.
You'll see just how persistent he is. He will chase you to the ends of the earth. His encounters are scripted, but they feel dynamic. It feels like he can appear at any time, and he will chase you all the time if you don't beat him. That's kind of flattering, actually. Just imagine a whole ass Illuminati company building a biological weapon, a super zombie, specifically just to hunt you down. If nothing else, it shows that they can't stop thinking about you. And that's kind of sweet, you know? Kind of romantic. Just like Silent Hill 3 did with Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 3 borrows some assets from the previous game. We're back at the police station. It's the same place, but it's more limited, and you will not be solving the same puzzles. The puzzles are more like decorations now. It doesn't matter, we're not going to be here for long. The main reason we're here is to find something important to her, a part of her essence. You'll see. There's more barricades, but this is supposed to take place one day before the second game. Did the zombies break all of it down in a single day? Except they forgot to change it here. See? Not barricaded, but then you go here and barricaded. Immersion broken. Bad game. 2 Nemesis out of 10. Remember Marvin? You can find Marvin here. We know he's not gonna make it, but it's still nice to see him. Marvin?
Don't worry about me. Just go!
We eventually get inside of the Star's office, find Jill's desk, and finally become the master of unlocking once again. Getting the lockpick was the main reason we came here, though now it's an actual item that takes space in the inventory. We also found this blue gem. It will be important later. This is Chris's desk. Why is she talking about Chris like he's some stranger? Is that why you won't date him? Because he's disorganized? Women and their high standards, am I right? Speaking of high standards for women, in Resident Evil 2, Claire finds a rocket launcher here. Jill also finds a rocket launcher in the same place. But Leon only finds a shotgun. What a loser. Welp, I have a grenade launcher. I feel powerful. Nothing can stop me now. Ah! Remember how I said that Nemesis can suddenly show up and chase you around? He does that here. I died to him, reloaded my save, and came back here to take the grenade launcher. But it's gone. There's a Magnum instead. I'm pretty sure the game uses a dynamic difficulty. If you die even once, the game decides to help you. See how there's only 2 blue herbs here? I walk out this door and die to these stupid dogs, so I had to reload my save. When I got back here, boom! Suddenly, there are 3 green herbs here. Way later in the game, there's a place with some tough enemies. I die from a accident. Then I come back, and there's a bunch of regular zombies instead. On the one hand, I appreciate the help. On the other hand, I chose the hard difficulty. Why are you helping me, game? Don't you trust me? Don't you think I can handle it? Yeah, no, you're probably right. You know what? It doesn't matter. I kicked his ass again.
Stars. Stars.
We've got both parts now, which gives us the full Eagle 6.0. I guess there were 5 Eagles before that. This is basically a stronger pistol with a scope. It fires quickly and has a chance to make critical hits, which will make their heads explode like a stuffed watermelon. It's lovely. Now that we've acquired our Master of Unlocking powers, we need to exit the station and go all the way back here to open this door. What was that? What was that? A few minutes later, I see it. It's some kind of big bug. It climbs on my back, and I'd rather not talk about it. Even though we're outside most of the time, the game finds ways to make you feel claustrophobic, as though you were somewhere inside a really cramped place. Mainly by forcing you to go inside of actually small, cramped places. The few big open spaces still feel kind of small, because everything is blocked by barricades, and fire, and corpses. Can't forget about the corpses. By the way, it's something I should have mentioned all the way in Resident Evil 1. Always check corpses. They may seem like they're just part of the background, but they usually have ammo on them. We take shelter in some restaurant and meet a Spanish comrade. I don't wanna be racist, but I think he's Spanish.
What's that?
Calm down, lady. I'm no zombie. My name's Carlos, Corporal of Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Force. What's your name?
Jill, did you just say you belong to Umbrella's army?
Yeah, we came all the way out here to save you civilians. But the mission went bad the minute we landed.
How did he find me?
Did he say he's from Umbrella? No time to think about that. We need to throw a lamp at the big scary monster. And then they all died. The end. No? Oh. Too bad.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
You could have barbecued both of us!
Yeah, and we would have been delicious. Nemesis didn't get a scratch on him. Are you okay there, buddy? You can come out now. Don't be shy. You can let Carlos deal with him while you go collect your prize. If you pick the same option as me, Nemesis will drop a first aid box, which can store up to 3 spray cans. We got what we needed from him, so we leave this fine establishment.
I need to ask you something. Why did Umbrella send your team here?
Our mission is to rescue the civilians.
How kind of you. Considering Umbrella caused all this in the first place, those liars!
Look, we're just mercenaries, hired hands. No time for talking. If you can believe me, then join us. Think about it!
Well, on the one hand, he's working for Umbrella, and we can't trust them. On the other hand, he was very persuasive.
Think about it!
Because we didn't subdue Nemesis, he's still walking around here. As far as I can tell, there's no point in beating him here. He's not gonna drop anything. But I still did it. To prove my dominance, my superiority over this bold tentacle stalker. We get inside this building and everything is falling apart. Nowhere is safe. Upstairs, we find a green gem. We also found a blue one at the police station, and it's important because, man, will you stop molesting me for 1 second? It's important because we need to use both of them here, which allows us to open the gates to the Raccoon City Hall, which somehow leads us to a gas station where I attempt to use a crank to open this. Come on, Jill, you broke it. You're not good with working shafts. We need someone who knows what she's doing.
Leave it to me, I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
After making some zombies explode, we come across a train occupied by Russians. No, seriously.
You're one of the survivors from the rescue team, right? I just ran into your teammate, Carlos.
How did a girl like you manage to survive?
Hey, I'm no ordinary civvy. I'm a member of STARS.
Stars? You mean the RPD Special Force Team?
Hey, is someone wounded back there?
No, he's just taking a nap and some ketchup. It's fun, I do it all the time.
Oh, this looks bad.
They're coming.
Get ready! Fire! Fire! Stay together!
I think he's delusional. I'm not sure if it's the loss of blood or because he's an old man.
Calm down. You're safe now. Everything is gonna be okay.
Don't lie to him, Jill. You just said...
Oh, this looks bad.
No, don't come any closer.
So these are what's left of the so-called rescue team. There's Carlos, Sergeant Nikolai, or Nikolai. He doesn't really trust Jill. There's also the guy that was bleeding to death back there. I know how to speak Russian, and the way he says his name is funny to me.
But Sergeant, we need her help. Our unit's down to you, me, and Lieutenant MIKHAIL, and Lieutenant MIKHAIL, and Lieutenant MIKHAIL, and Lieutenant MIKHAIL. That's it. And MIKHAIL's hurt bad.
Now, I'm not one to laugh at someone's accent. I have my own pronunciation problems. And I do like Carlos, but... MIKHAIL.
MIKHAIL, that's it. If we don't cooperate, we won't be walking away from this mission.
Fine. Then let's go over our plan. We're moving to the clock tower area, which is the designated landing zone for the extraction chopper. Once we get there and give the signal, the chopper will fly in and pull us out.
So the rescue team ended up needing a rescue. The plan is to go to some clock tower and wait for a helicopter to get us out of here. Clock towers are always safe in horror games, but we can't just walk there on foot because it's too dangerous. So we're gonna use this train. But we can't use it right now because it's broken. Just like everything in my life. So now we need to go on a long fetch quest and find some items to fix it. Carlos keeps being useful and gives us a vest. Now we have 2 more inventory slots, 10 in total. At this point, I started thinking of something. No, it's not what you're thinking, you weirdo. Get a hold of yourself. Listen to me. Listen. Okay, so the Spencer mansion in the first game had weird puzzles. But that was intentional. It was made by a crazy dude for crazy experiments. In the second game, the police station had weird puzzles. That was explained by saying it was originally a museum, which doesn't actually explain anything, but whatever. At least it's something, I guess. But why does the whole city has weird puzzles? Why does a statue of the mayor have a battery inside of its buttocks? Was the whole city built by the same person who made the Spencer mansion? And there's a few of these weird puzzles scattered around. Was the whole city supposed to be a museum? Nothing strange here. Nope. Nothing out of the ordinary. Well, actually, I guess it is normal at this point. Nobody called pest control, so we run away from more demon bugs, and then...
Wait!
What did you do?
I think it's pretty obvious, Jill. He gave him the old Stalin treatment.
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
Okay, makes sense. Why are you shaking so much? Are you cold? Well, I guess it would be cold in that outfit. Nikolai seems suspicious, but he made some good points, so we'll leave him alone for now. I'm tired. Let's watch some TV.
Joseph!
Nah.
Die!
No.
Heisenberg says relax.
Nope.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm relaxed.
I've seen that already.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I got.
How did that get here? Oh, a commercial for Aqua Cure. What does it do? Give you a cure from water? This isn't random, by the way. It's a password for this door. Why would they use a commercial as a password for a secret storage? We go inside and find one of the items we need, only to get interrupted by like a million zombies. I guess they were also cold, so they all decided to come snuggle up inside. You want to get warmer? Here, I'll help you out. And you know what? I'm gonna shoot this pipe and heat myself up too. I don't even care that I'm taking damage from it. We go back to check on Nikolai, but he's gone. She only comments on his PC. It's like she wanted his laptop to survive more than him. Yeah, makes sense.
He was as good as dead.
If fighting all of these zombies wasn't bad enough for you, Nemesis shows up. And he's got his rocket launcher again. He's a hulking beast. Why does he need a weapon? I've seen his tentacles, and they are long, so I don't think he's compensating for anything. I used the eagle pistol I got from him to blow up his rocket launcher, and eventually defeat him again, which makes him drop more weapon parts. We'll get the other part soon. Oh, and you can go back to that storage from the beginning and find the corpse of that asshole. He died in vain. At least if he listened and went outside with me, I could have used him as a meat shield.
No!
After a few minor hiccups, we encounter Nemesis again, because he really likes us.
Stars. And Lieutenant Mikhail.
This was probably the hardest fight for me. His grabs are bullshit. Even when I dodge, he still manages to catch me. I almost started crying, but that's unrelated. I even tried to give him some cheese by getting him stuck here. He eventually managed to get loose. After about 2 hours, I'm not joking, after using up all of my healing items, I finally defeat him and claim my prize. I am now the proud owner of this sawed-off shotgun. Look at that, she reloads like the Terminator from that old movie. I forgot what it's called.
Mikhail!
I finally get all of the items I need, I finally get back to the train, and I finally fix it.
It looks like we're ready to go.
Okay. Nikolai won't be joining us.
I understand.
Well, he took it pretty well. Hey, your commander is dead. Yeah, okay.
I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
He starts the train and we head towards the clock tower. But then...
Mikhail! Hey, what's going on in the back?
I don't know. Why don't you check it out? You're the big macho man. Fine, I'll go. This better not be Nemesis again. Of course it's Nemesis. He's angry that I stole all of his weapons. He's about to get us, but we get saved by...
Mikhail!
Jill! Get out of the cable car, now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
Just a little closer.
Mikhail.
Wow. Thanks, bro. Even though you were badly injured, you still took him on all by yourself. What an absolute legend. I'll never forget you. What was your name again?
Lieutenant Mikhail.
Mikhail!
Mikhail! Mikhail!
Mikhail.
Lieutenant Mikhail.
Mikhail!
Mikhail!
We get to choose between jumping off and stopping the train. I decide to stop it, because jumping from a moving train is probably painful. Jill hits the emergency brakes, which almost causes the train to crash. At least we got rid of Nemesis, right? Jill survived the train accident, and now she can finally... Get off! I don't wanna die and restart the whole thing. Jill survived the train accident, and now she can finally get inside of the clock tower. This is where they were gathering all of the civilians. They were hiding here, which means that this is a safe place without any zombies. I barely managed to get out of there, and I find Carlos. He doesn't think we're going to be evacuated. He starts panicking and acting like a little boy. So Jill gently taps him on the face.
You don't get it. They have no intention of letting us make it back alive. Do you really think we can trust their great evacuation plan? Huh, it's just a piece of paper.
But we don't have any other choice than to trust them right now.
No, If we're gonna die, then we should get to choose when it happens.
Okay.
Ouch! You're wounded! What kind of demon attacked you?
So that's it then, huh? You're giving up?
No. I can't handle it.
Way, I can't handle it. I'm gonna go cry in my room. Ray. Cry, baby.
Ouch!
While he's busy sucking on his pacifier, we find a corpse of an Umbrella mercenary with a minesweeper, a mine thrower, and a note. It states that their mission was to evacuate the civilians into this clock tower. You might have noticed they failed to do that. They could barely evacuate themselves. It also explains that in order to call the rescue chopper, we need to ring the bell at the top of the clock tower. So I guess the helicopter has been flying nearby all of this time and waiting, just wasting fuel. The bell isn't working, and because this is a Resident Evil game, we need to solve a stupid music puzzle in order to fix it. I guess this is better than calling a mechanic or something. It's less expensive. The obsessive bald guy shows up again. You have the option of flashing him. No, not the way you think. Flashing him with the light, you pervert. You rascal. And then pushing him down. Because somehow this woman is strong enough to move this giant behemoth. Or you can shock him until he faints, which is the better option because he drops another first aid box. Why does he even have that? We solve another stupid puzzle, a puzzle with tiny clocks inside of a big clock tower. We get some gears, put them inside of this machinery, and now the bell is finally working. We can get out of here. The helicopter hears the bell. It flies over. There's happy music playing in the background. We can leave this nightmare behind.
It's finally over. Huh?
Yeah. Goddamn asshole. Didn't I destroy your rocket launcher earlier? How many do you have? After everything we've been through, after everything that's happened, this monster keeps persisting, and he's about to get us. Fortunately, Carlos stopped being a baby and comes to the rescue. Nice going, dude. You managed to kill him. Ah, come on! He just doesn't give up. You have to at least appreciate his persistence. If all of us had at least half of his persistence, we would have more success in life. Wait, why does it say virus? Is she sick? Did she catch a cold? I told you she was cold earlier. No, actually, when he poked Jill with his tentacle, he injected her with a strain of the T virus. She's infected now. Even if she somehow kills him, she would still die, and Nemesis would complete his mission. It doesn't matter right now. We have to survive. He doesn't have his rocket launcher anymore. He has some new moves instead, but they actually make him less dangerous. They're more telegraphed, and this large, circular arena makes them even easier to avoid. Having said that, he can still kill you in a few seconds. After taking so much damage, he's still not giving up. You really feel the desperation kicking in. Even though this isn't the final boss fight, it sure feels climactic. After a long and tense fight, the Nemesis succumbs to his wounds and takes a nap inside of a fire, because that's what you should do when you're injured.
Carlos!
Jill! Jill! Hey, don't die on me. Jill! Jill!
Stop yelling. She's not dead. You're so emotional.
Jill! Jill! MIKHAIL!
Carlos?
It looks like our roles have been reversed from when we originally met, huh? Don't worry, Jill. This chapel is safe.
No, it's not. We're inside of the clock tower. There's tons of zombies here. Like I said earlier, she's been infected. She doesn't really feel it, but she knows it. It's kind of bleak.
If I turn into a zombie, don't hesitate. I want your word that you'll kill me.
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
By the way, she was lying here for like 2 or 3 days. If you'll remember, the game started at
September 28th, daylight.
But right now, it's
October 1st, night. I woke up to the sound of falling rain. I can't believe I'm still alive.
Me neither. I guess he was just looking at her for like 40, 50 or 60 hours. We play as Carlos now. He has a pistol and an assault rifle, which is pretty powerful, but no healing items? You know, you could have taken a few first aid sprays from Jill. She's not using them right now. We need to find a cure for Jill. So it's a good thing there's a hospital owned by Umbrella literally 10 feet from the clock tower. What are the odds? We go inside and... Oh shit, it's a hunter. He attacks as soon as the cutscene ends, just like last time. Can't say I missed that. We investigate the hospital and get ambushed, but this time it's not a monster. It's a human. He's a mercenary like Carlos, but he doesn't know who to trust. He was shot and claims that there's a traitor.
Yeah, you know him. The one with the gray hair and the ugly mug. I can't believe he had the guts to shoot me. That traitor! You mean MIKHAIL?
Nice knowing you? Nice to meet you? Why didn't he just say the name of the traitor? I hate when characters do that, where they give you fancy descriptions instead of just telling you who they're talking about. Let's see, it's someone you know, he has grey hair, he's old, oh, and he really likes to play bingo while listening to old Stalin speeches. Take a guess, come on, please guess. Dude, you're bleeding out, you don't have time to play 20 questions. I don't even need to show you all of this so-called build-up and mystery. Of course he was talking about Nikolai. He's the only other mercenary we've encountered, and he was acting suspicious. And he's Russian. Somehow they're always the bad guys in these types of stories. We find a note about creating vaccines. Just what I needed. Thanks, doctor who wrote it before he died. After about 5 minutes of fiddling, I complete this puzzle and get the vaccine medium. There's some weird frog creatures inside of tubes. There's no way they're gonna come out, right? Yeah, okay. The game is even heavier on the action now. The horror in survival horror is drifting further and further away. But it can still be tense. There's still those moments when you walk into a seemingly empty room and suddenly you hear footsteps. Then you find out a hunter was just heading to his desk, but you gun him down anyway, because you're the real monster. I like how they twitch before their body finally gives up. Okay, I'm a monster too. Why is there a touch plate puzzle in a hospital? Is this normal? I don't think that's normal. We find a vaccine base inside of a safe and combine it with the medium, and voila! We just made a vaccine for the most powerful virus ever. Who said you need a medical degree to create vaccines? I guess anyone can do it, as long as they have machines that do all of the work. As we're about to head back to jail, we realize that Nikolai planted bombs while we were playing doctor. we run away outside, everything blows up, along with all of the documents and evidence concerning this virus. MIKHAIL was ordered by Umbrella to cover up this mess. He's basically the Wesker of this game.
I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella. What? Don't come this way! No!
Classic. There was a hospital here. It's gone now. There was a hole here. It's gone now. We head back and our best buddy shows up for the 50th time. Because of Carlos, he lost his rocket launcher and his shirt. So instead, he has way more tentacles and he's pissed. On the other hand, I have no healing items and get my ass kicked. He just tossed me away like I was a piece of garbage. I fight him again, and I don't know what happened to him, he just froze. He looks like he's having fun? Maybe he started daydreaming about slamming Jill instead. Whatever it was, I took advantage of that. I defeat him, but then I realized that I could have just run away instead of wasting all of my bullets, so that's nice. Carlos gets to the sleeping princess and gives her the antidote. If you do beat Nemesis, like I did, the dialogue will be slightly different, less hopeless.
We barely made it. How do you feel?
I'm okay. What happened to you?
I just fought with that monster. I've got some bad news. MIKHAIL's still alive.
But I thought he was dead.
That guy doesn't know the meaning of the word dead.
What is he after?
I don't know. All I know is that he is our enemy.
If you don't beat him, Carlos basically shits himself because of Nemesis.
What's going on?
No way! That monster just doesn't give up!
What? I thought we killed that thing!
No, it's been waiting for you!
He's playing with us. Carlos, do you think that it's unstoppable?
No, I don't think so.
In both versions, he says that he has something to take care of and runs away. It's never stated what it was, so it's probably just the developer's way of getting rid of him for now. Because now it's Jill's turn to kick Nemesis' ass. Why is he running like Naruto? He's way easier in this form. You can run laps behind him while he's stuck in his tentacle animations. You're getting rusty, man. You're pathetic. This time, he drops an assault rifle, like the one Carlos has. I think I only used it towards the end of the game. Do you think Nemesis keeps coming back because he's secretly a masochist who enjoys getting beat up? It's a nice day to go to the park. Why? I don't know. It's close to the clock tower and it's the only place we can go. Stop asking me questions. I didn't know park meant cemetery. The infection is so horrible, zombies start coming out of the ground in a cemetery. Does that mean that people who were buried here long ago are coming back to life because the virus leaked into their graves? Or maybe these people weren't dead and they were just hanging down there? We find a note about how Umbrella used Carlos and the mercenaries as guinea pigs. That's not very nice. They wanted to see how well they would handle this kind of situation, so they could collect better data and... Wait a second. Isn't that the plot of Resident Evil 1, just on a much bigger scale? We find a cabin with a secret entrance inside the fireplace. We just need to find something to break it. Something like this big pipe. Hey Jill, I guess you do know how to work a shaft. Okay, I'll stop making these jokes. They are tasteless, moronic, and childish. Nah. Inside, we find some kind of headquarters with 2 notes. The first one talks about how the whole city will be obliterated very soon. I'm sure it's nothing serious. The other note talks about turning POWs into zombies and sending them back home so they would infect everyone. Isn't that basically the plot of Resident Evil 4? It also mentions the cute, giant alligator from RE2. You know, the one who got his head blown off in a spectacular way. Don't show this to PETA. We also get the official mention of Nemesis. In-game, we didn't know what his name was up until now. As long as we didn't look at the title screen, that is. We go back and encounter Nikolai the traitor. He confirms what we already know, that Umbrella was using all of us because they are assholes, but even they did not think it would be this bad.
Our employers wanted a detailed analysis of the zombie beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although the conditions encountered on this operation were extreme, it was an unexpected outcome that the team would be wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects.
Ah!
Another mutant!
So did he just came here to tell me all of that? He didn't even try to kill me. Was he just bored? That wasn't a random earthquake, by the way. When you give the T-virus to spiders, they become big spiders. When you give it to snakes, they become big snakes. And if a large amount of the virus is stored underground, where all of the maggots and worms are, you get this.
What's going on? Whoa!
A giant, pulsating worm creature with a big mouth is fighting against a female in a survival horror game? This reminds me of something. This thing will mostly stay underground, but will pop up occasionally for some Jill sandwich. But after dealing enough damage, you can turn things around. You can turn him into food instead. At some point, he'll go back down and create another earthquake, which will then allow you to knock down some lights to electrify the water, which will then turn him into fried chicken. Now we just need to wait for my meal to be ready. Some people would say that it's disgusting to eat a giant mutated worm, but these people are stupid. Look at how skinny Jill is. She has to eat something. After a delicious dinner, we climb up here and somehow end up down in a sewer. We take a nice, relaxing bath in some toxic water, climb a ladder, and get back to the park, which eventually leads us to this bridge, where we get forced into the latest hentai audition.
No!
Stars. I choose to jump off because I don't want to be molested, and... wait, couldn't he jump down after her? He did jump up to get to her, but not down? I guess he's scared of heights. An opening leads us to the obligatory lab section of the game. Okay, it's actually more of a waste disposal factory, but there is a lab here because it's tradition. We get to this puzzle where you need to adjust 3 lines according to the line at the top. I remember people complaining a lot about it. I solved it in like 3 minutes. Easy peasy. It unlocks some door. The people who worked here were ordered to shoot random civilians who might accidentally stumble into this place. That's nice, but if the civilians surrender, they don't need to kill them. They can just use them for experiments instead. Fresh guinea pigs. And you don't even need to pay them. That's smart.
That's right.
This is probably them.
Rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
Thanks, Carlos. I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill. They're going to launch a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks.
When he says a missile is coming, what he actually means is a fucking nuke. And it's going to land here very soon. So that's inconvenient. We saw it in that note from the cabin. The government realized that it's impossible to save Raccoon City at this point. In order to prevent the zombies from getting outside of the city, they decided to just blow everything up. Sure, why not? Ah, he put his hand on her face, while both of them are standing in literal piss and shit. This is so romantic. We keep exploring and get shot by Nikolai, but he gives up after missing a few shots.
Nikolai?
He runs away and locks the door behind him. We need to find a keycard to unlock it. While searching for it, I stumbled into a boss fight. Guess who it is? Come on, guess. Come on. Do it, guess. Come on, take a guess. Take a guess already. Why are you so difficult? It's Nemesis. Of course it's Nemesis. Jill dodges his attack, which makes him accidentally hit this handle. It gets mad and starts pissing all over him. Now that's humiliating. I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't want to know. The important thing here is that it does a lot of damage to him. It even stuns him for a few seconds. After taking some bullets and a nice golden shower, he goes down. And I guess he fell really hard and shook the ground because it causes a keycard to slide down from this nice dead doctor. And what do you know? It's the exact one we need to open this door. What are the odds? Meanwhile, the floor randomly opens up and the unconscious Nemesis gets dropped into some disgusting waste. So now he gets a poop shower as well. Side note, I still don't know why it's a tradition in these games that when you get to the lab, you have to fight naked zombies. But that's what we do. We get to some kind of control room and find a radar that will show us the direction of the missile. Which doesn't really matter, I think. It's not like knowing its direction will help us run away from a goddamn nuclear missile. Oh, and Nikolai wants to talk to us.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from here.
Nikolai, you asshole! Of course I'm gonna return fire. Is that a Hind D?
A Hind D?
Wait. Help me understand. You have your own helicopter, you know that everything is about to blow up, and yet you're choosing to fight me instead of flying away to safety? Yeah, you deserve to die. Carlos shows up 1 second after I defeat him. I could have used your help, you know. He's suddenly filled with determination.
This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance.
Nice. Glad to see you're not a little bitch anymore.
MIKHAIL!
He pushes some buttons, and surprisingly, he picks up a signal. Whoever it is, he calls Jill by name. How did he know that she was here?
Please come in, Jill. Here. Are you there to come? Come in.
We try to call him back, but he doesn't answer. He ghosts us. Typical man, am I right? See? I can make fun of everybody. Carlos tries to find a way out of here, and then we realize that we're almost out of time.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Shit. It's actually coming. I just assumed they were bluffing. An emergency exit opened up. We climb down and fight precisely one naked zombie. I guess the other ones just gave up. Good for them. It's kind of terrifying seeing a fucking nuke slowly approaching your location, knowing there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's some existential horror. Also, here's the body of Mr. X. It's probably not the same one from RE2. I guess they were sent here to wipe out all of the survivors, which they did, but in the process they also died fighting. That's actually some nice environmental storytelling. And here's another one, fully transformed. Maybe they're actually just sleeping? Killing a lot of people can make you tired. Or, so I've heard.
I was just joking. He was dead when I got here. Honest. I
was just joking.
Anyway, I gotta run.
Remember how Nemesis fell into all of that toxic waste? He became fused with all of the trash and the viruses inside. And now he's... this. I'm sorry for ruining this moment, but I have to point out how it looks like Nemesis is eating Mr. X's genitals. Okay, I didn't have to point it out, but I wanted to. Shut up. I'm not sure if you have to do it, but if you push these batteries, you can power up this massive railgun that is just conveniently sitting here. I'm assuming he lost a lot of brain cells and he's operating purely on instinct. In other words, he's a dum-dum. He's stupid, which means you can make him chase you around and lead him right in front of it, where he gets shot. But it's not enough. He also doesn't die from the rocket launcher, which is always supposed to kill the final boss in one shot. After getting hit with 4 rockets, he gets hit by the railgun for the second and final time. He flies away, and finally, he's out of the picture. He has bitten the dust. He was destroyed. He was unalive. No, I'm not gonna use that stupid word. We're about to leave this nightmare behind. But wait, there's more. He's still alive. He just won't quit. We get a final choice. Fight one more time or leave him here to die. I chose to end it with style. After hearing him say stars like 50 times, After hearing all of that, Jill can finally say stars back to him. She gets a random magnum from the floor, even though she already had one, empties the entire gun on him, and delivers the iconic finishing line.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Now he's finally dead. But just in case. Unfortunately, it's too early to celebrate. We still have that little pesky nuclear missile to worry about. Jill gets outside, followed by Carlos. Remember the person who tried contacting Jill earlier? He arrives in a helicopter just in time to save us. We get on board and find out we were just rescued by...
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Whoa, that was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Just a moment.
It's Barry. He flew all the way here just to save us. What a gigachad. I guess he felt bad for betraying us in RE1. And now for the ending. These games always end with a really big explosion. It's tradition. In the first game, the whole mansion self-destructs. In the second, the underground lab explodes. Even a train decides to self-destruct. And here, the whole city self-destructs. The original trilogy goes out with a literal nuclear bang.
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
She's like, okay, that's it. Now Umbrella is going down. Turning everyone into zombies is one thing, but causing the city to blow up? No. Now I'm gonna take them seriously and take them down. After she escaped, Jill wanted to join Chris to defeat Umbrella. I don't know why she didn't do it sooner. Unfortunately, she couldn't find him. The only two possible choices are he was either kidnapped or he was at the gym punching some boulders. No, that joke will never get old. She can feel he's still alive, so she starts searching for him. There's actually more endings, but you have to beat the game 8 times to see all of them. They're not actually alternative endings, they just show you what the other characters were up to during the events of the game. Barry was getting ready to save Jill, because he did feel bad about his betrayal. Chris is actually fine. He left a note to his sister Claire about how he's going to fight Umbrella, and later discovers that she was looking for him, but went missing, which sets up the events of the next canonical game. We shall get to it eventually.
Oh yeah, that felt good!
Before that, during the ending of RE2, Leon basically told Claire to piss off and go look for Chris, while he and Sherry go to a hospital.
This is just the beginning.
Sherry was later questioned by some government dude. He probably wanted to just talk to her and maybe detain her after the incident. She was infected with the G virus after all, she could be useful. Leon then talks to the same guy, I think, and tells him to stop harassing little girls. The shady dude basically tells him, fine, I will harass you instead. I will forget about her as long as you do what I say, which is probably when Leon becomes a government agent, which then leads to Resident Evil 4.
It worked!
He also decided that he doesn't want to be a ginger anymore, maybe because...
Don't you think blondes have more fun?
Speaking of Resident Evil 4, Ada is alive. Obviously, hot Asian women don't die so easily, even if she did get slammed really hard by a big muscular man. Why does everything I say sound so sexual? It does say that she was crying, which is something we never see her do, so that's nice, I guess? Oh, there's also Hank, the 4th survivor, or Mr. Death. We get to see his face. That's it. After Jill and the others escaped, a news broadcast shows the destruction. It's revealed it was the president's decision to destroy the city. It was wiped off the map. There was no other choice. That's a shame.
Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
That's a shame.
Resident Evil 3 was a major step for the franchise, a step towards bombastic action. It introduced some gameplay elements that you don't really see in classic survival horror games, stuff that would become a major part of the series moving forward. Stuff like the quick turn, the dodging mechanic, which is kind of like a quick-time event, which is something that would stick around for a while, tons of enemies on screen, really gigantic bosses, even red barrels that you can shoot and blow up. Basically everything to make this game more action-oriented, more fast-paced. And of course, the mercenaries. Yeah, this is the first game to have it. You can choose between Carlos, Nikolai, and my favorite character,
Lieutenant MIKHAIL! MIKHAIL!
Each of them has different weapons and items. There's even some kind of story here. They have a bomb inside of them. If they reach their destination before it blows up, then it won't blow up.
Welcome. The rules are simple. In order to dispose of the bomb implanted in your body, you must reach the target point. Keep in mind that there will be various obstacles in your way, so do not be afraid to use whatever means necessary to reach your goal. Good luck.
you have a limited amount of time, you can increase it by killing enemies or even rescuing civilians. They probably die off screen 2 seconds later, but that's not important. The sequels did the mercenaries better, but this is still good. It's cool, it's fun, which is what I can say about Resident Evil 3 as a whole. It's a fun game, but it's different. It's not tense because of the atmosphere, like RE1. It's tense because of the sheer number of enemies you have to deal with, and because of this douchebag. It lost the spooky feel of the original, which was already kind of lost in RE2. It's more linear, with less exploration, but it retains the gameplay feel. It still uses the fixed camera, the tank controls, and the cool pre-rendered backgrounds. It still felt like a classic Resident Evil game. Well, that was about to change. Kind of. This was the point where the horror said goodbye to the franchise. It left to buy some milk and did not return for like 20 years. You'll see what I mean. Thanks for watching up until now. Like, subscribe, do all of the YouTube stuff. Next up is...
Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here and where is your family?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!
I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!
I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!